housing and jobs that they help provide. So I just asked to remember and have careful consideration also that the future predictions of Utah are really a changing demographic, and we need to remember and help the local economy and the local students that realize that it also is really important to have international and out-of-state students here to help bring different views, different languages, perspectives. We currently have, how many, 6 or 7 foreign languages we teach at SNO? Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Spanish, French, Italian. Am I assuming that? 7. So we're doing some really good things here, and I would love to have a president that can recognize and see all the things that we're doing and continue to do those. We're less than 1% of international students in the United States study in a rural higher educational location. If you think about it, international students are usually in New York, Florida, LA, Seattle. So we are in a really unique spot here, and I get to travel around the world, and it's amazing to hear when people know about community colleges. Oftentimes they know something about SNO. And we started an ESL program, an international student program, in 1978. So it's one of the oldest programs west of the Mississippi for 2-year schools, and I just want to, I grew up here. Mrs. Stoddard was my 2nd grade teacher, and I understand and I love the local part of Sanpete County, but I also met some really good international friends when I was a student at SNO College that helped open my mind to other ideas, other languages, and I think that's, it's part of our mission statement, but oftentimes it says in our mission statement, engagement locally and globally. So the global is really one word in the mission statement, and with just one word, it can sometimes be forgotten. So I just wanted to, I guess I've talked a lot, remind everybody, and hopefully the new president, of that importance. Thanks.
Alex, thank you. And I just want to share that your dad was here while I was a student here as well. I didn't have the privilege of having him as a teacher, and as I look back on it, it's probably a good thing, because I may not have passed his class had I had him as a teacher. I don't want to disclose the kind of student I was, but I'm just going to let you know there that I may not have passed that. But I did get a chance to visit in your department not long ago and visit with some students, some of our international students, and what a privilege that was for me to listen and share with them, and what a great experience they all shared that they've had here at SNO in a rural community, and their dreams and hopes and aspirations and what they're going to do is really exciting. So thank you for sharing that. Leslie next to me reminded me that we would love to hear from any of the students that are out there as well. So we'll even expand that to former students. Even if you thought about being a student, we'd be glad to have that.
My name is Sydney Henry. I'm a sophomore here at SNO. Just as everyone's been talking, I've been thinking about the perspective of president as a student, and President Carlson is really good at making sure that students are part of his experience while he's here. He's there, he's playing ping pong with us, he invites us over to his house for dinner and different things. So someone who's willing to come in and help SNO in the ways that have been said in the community and in specific groups that is involved with students too.
Sydney, thank you so much, and I probably have even talked more than you have talked so far, Alex, and I apologize, but I just have to say, as I was in a rental car company today, coming down, I met JR, and JR was helping me get this car, and JR asked me where I was going, and I said I have to go down to Central Utah, and he said, well, what do you do for work? And I said, well, among other things, I said, I'm the board of trustees of SNO College. He said, I played basketball for SNO College. I was down there 3 years ago. And he said the very same thing that you said. So he goes, President Carlson invited us over for pizza at his house. So I thought that was, as we all know, President Carlson is a student's president. No question about it.
Hello, again, thank you for coming. My name is Larry Smith. I'm president of the Faculty Senate this year. And I wanted to say that not only is President Carlston a student's president, he's also a faculty president. And we would like that to continue. So I would put something in the position announcement about shared governance and the ability to get input from faculty and staff and students. All areas of the college need to be involved in making decisions, policy making. So shared governance is my thing. Thank you.
Larry, thank you. And I knew as soon as I said that President Carlston is a student's president, he's a people's president here at Snow College. Faculty and staff and community for sure. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Stacey Taylor, and I'm both the Title IX coordinator and risk manager for the college. I wanted to welcome you because today we're celebrating sexual harassment and self-awareness. So all the teal you see in the room is that I'm very color, so I feel like you came down just for me today. So a couple of things. I've been in higher education for quite a while, and of course the liability in the Title IX is extremely important in the national landscape and also across the state. So I need someone that understands the critical components of that subject matter, not only to protect the financial security of the college, but most importantly, the students and our staff. And then thirdly, I love that, I want to echo also the diversity comments that were made. I come from a very different culture, and so I really appreciate and embrace all sorts of diversity, whether it's background, religion, etc. I think it just makes us better as a people as a whole. Thank you for the opportunity.
Stacy, thank you. And we are here for you. Just want to let you know.
My name is Melinda Weeks. I'm a faculty member here on campus. I've only been here for a few years. I'm fairly new. And because of that, I'm very interested in the future of Snow College. I want to see Snow College continue to grow, continue to progress. And I'm very interested in having a president who shares that vision and who has a very clear idea of what the future of Snow College can be and the potential that we have as an institution. So I would very much like to see a president who has the experience and knowledge to be able to implement a season of growth in Snow College.
Thank you.
I'm Brad Olson. I'm the Dean of Fine Arts at Snow right now, and I just wanted to tag on to something Melinda said that I think it's really important that we have a president that is looking forward and understands and realizes the importance of continuing to grow. I think that we have a number of four-year degrees now that have come to our programs, and sometimes I think that's lost in our promotion and so forth, that we do have those programs. I think our music program, for example, is a stellar program that really reaches out and promotes what Snow College does and how they do it. And I would like to see continued progress in promoting those programs and seeing them, because I think that Snow College is a very unique institution, a place that is unlike most others, and in the UT system here, I think we're very unique. When I first came to Snow College, we had 3 or 4 two-year schools in the UC system, and as it dwindled, and we're like the only one left. That's not to say that Slick is not there, but they are not a residential institution like this one. So I think there's a real difference there, and I'd like to places. And I wasn't a student here, so I knew nothing really about Snow College till I came here as an employee 17 years ago. And I just say that this is a wonderful school. We have great students, and they just continually come, they continually prove to be very good students. And our faculty, and I'm privileged to work with all the people in this institution. And I'm grateful for the presidents that have come and gone in the years that I've been here. But I do believe that we need to look forward, because I'm sometimes worried that if we don't keep moving forward in our growth, that we become casual. And so I think it's really important that the president looks forward to our growing institution.
Brad, before you sit down, and maybe we could ask Melinda, as she talked about growth as well, we just get a little bit of clarification so that we clearly understand when you talk about growth. There are many ways to define growth. That could be in student numbers, that could be in progression, and innovation and those kinds of things, degrees, so just help share it. Anyone else that would like to share, Melinda as well, and I apologize I didn't ask you that question earlier, but if you wouldn't mind helping us clarify that so we have a clear understanding of what you would like to see.
Thanks, Scott. I think there were a number of things that you just listed there, that in ways of growth, and all of those are important. I think they really are. But one of the things that I think is a real issue for us is the fact that we have a 4-year program in music, we have one in science, we have a business partnership, and we have the 3-year AFA degree, and all of those bring students as well as faculty, but they bring students to the school and they grow the program. And those programs, my concern is if we don't see growth in program and students, that we will become marginalized. And that's a serious concern to me, because I was here when the music program became a 4-year program, and I saw how that has increased student funding here for us. I mean, the number of majors that they had, they managed to clarify this, that it was, before they went to the 4-year program, it was small, like a lot of us, but now you've got like 200 or something majors in that program, and that growth helps make us who we are. And then not to mention that, I guess, speaking from the position of arts, because that's where I'm in, but we train up theater students all the time in my program, and they're here for 2 years, and then they leave, and we have to train up someone new, and we don't get to use them like we do in a 4-year institution. And so I think that that's a helpful thing for us. But I'm also seeing, Commissioner, with USHE, that our students are having a difficult time transferring to other USHE schools. In fact, in the theater program now, we are finding that our students transfer easier to hotel than they do in the USHE system, because they're not accepting a lot of the programs. And when we went through the major meetings, I had the opportunity to chair that for the last couple of years, and so I know, and we've brought this up, but it's those programs that develop like actor training programs, and then they want our students to start over. That just is unhealthy for us, and so some programs I think we really need to look at growing into 4-year programs. I hope that answers it, Scott.
Would you mind emailing me the details on that?
Sure.
I'm sure some of my staff knows from major news, but I had not heard that specific as to ways of snow. Let me give you my, well, you can probably find it, but I'll be happy to do it.
Sure, too. I appreciate it.
It's D. Buehler, UHLER, at USAG.edu. Got it.
Brad, thank you, and thanks for the programs, visual arts, and performing arts, all that you guys do. Once again, I've had a chance to visit in a couple of departments there and see production and performances. Second to none, in my opinion, absolutely wonderful, so thank you. Melinda, I don't want to short you on any clarification or anything, but I don't want to put the pressure on you that you have to jump back up there. It's strictly up to you.
Yeah, no pressure.
Yeah, sorry.
I agree completely with what Brad has said. I don't believe in looking forward we should limit ourselves. I don't don't think it's necessarily something that we should say we should focus specifically only on increasing enrollment. I think if we increase our programs, we look forward toward more four-year programs, we look forward toward a greater student enrollment, those things are going to build on each other, and the entire institution will become stronger for it. Specifically, I really would like to see more four-year programs in the institution.
Thank you, Melinda. Speaking to the growth question, I think at some point we'll reach a tipping point where we'll sort of maximize the capacity of the city of Ypres to welcome 18 to 24-year-old students to our campus. I think we have a tremendous opportunity, or we'll be missing out on a tremendous opportunity if we don't move aggressively into the online market space. Students are consuming higher education in a very different way than they have in previous generations, with the vast options available to them. If we're not competitive in one of those fast-growing marketplaces, I think we're going to dig ourselves a hole that's going to be really hard to get out of. So when I mentioned innovation earlier, that's one area that I think is really important, that we think very hard about. How can we deliver Snow College to a student who will never, ever come to Santa Fe County? Jason, thank you. Thank you for that clarification as well. Appreciate it. So, or Sevier County. I don't want to undercut Sevier County. Thank you.
I am Vance Larson. I work at the music department. I believe that as the college grows, so grows the community. And I think that the president here needs to be sensitive to the desires of the people in the community, but also think that to suggest that the growth of the college would at some point reach a tipping point where it overcomes the capacity of the community, doesn't acknowledge that the community is probably going to grow as a result of the growth of the college. And so there needs to be some coordination between whoever this president is and the community to make sure that those kinds of things happen in concert. And the other thing I would say is about the only thing that's constant about the history of Snow College is change. And I was a student here back in the 70s, when there were only 3 channels on television. And my mother was secretary to 5 Snow College presidents. And I know that the college has undergone historically transformations, has changed from time to time as is required by the environment around it, by the changes in our society and our culture and the demands of the people that we serve. So I think that it's important, as has been mentioned in the past, that whoever this person is looking forward to the long-term success and viability of this institution. As has been mentioned before by some, many of us who work here really love this place. We think it's a great place. We think it's a special, not to use a cliche, but a very special place where great things happen. And while we're here, it's our responsibility to make certain that we do the work that ensures that we're here in the future. And we may be doing different things than we are today in order to meet the demands, because who knows what those demands are going to be. But the president certainly needs to have that vision and look down the road and make sure that the college is moving in the direction it needs to move.
Vance, thank you. Appreciate it.
My name is Nate Kaplan. I teach history and economics here. I'm relatively new, but I have a lot of friends who teach at other universities. And the thing I'm looking for, I know I'm just one regular too, but the thing I'm looking for is a continuation of the sanctity of academic freedom that exists on the campus right now. And I might be condemned to this, but to me that's more important than even compensation. It's more important than anything. Because to open up a student's mind, you have to go places that are kind of uncomfortable. And with Melanie Jenkins and Steve Hood right now, we have our back. I mean, they have our back. And we're able to talk about the stuff that, that I grew up with in college and helped me expand my mind. The second point is the international students, they seem like they are a moneymaker for us. Not to be crass, but they bring in money. And I wonder if there's a way to bring in more of them, even if it's a slightly lower amount in tuition, because they've helped my classes in just in the same way academic freedom helps, expanding the minds of the other people in the class. And finally, even though some things don't make money, like I assume our football program doesn't, no offense, it's great because we're number 3, but still, it costs something, and they bring in all sorts of diverse students, which has been so helpful for me and my students. So thank you.
Nate, the regular guy, thank you so very much. Appreciate it. We don't think you're regular, though, and thank you for opening academic minds of students. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Rosie Connor, and I'm the Director of Advancement and Government Relations here at SNO. And I've had the privilege of serving as the advisor for the Black Student Union in the past. And I think the biggest thing for me is to know that all of our students experience the spirit of SNO in the same way. And that's not always the case. And I think that the president who comes in needs to have an understanding of how we can extend that spirit of SNO to all students, to make sure that every student who comes here can receive the same level of academic excellence, even though they're not academically prepared, but have that opportunity to grow and excel and know that they have faculty and staff who are there to support and encourage them along their path.
Rosie, thank you. While we're waiting for Rosie, and I apologize for letting sort of comment here, but I too, as I entered Snow College many years ago, wasn't sure that snow was the warmest snow on earth when I first entered. And that was the motto back then, and the spirit of snow, and all of those things ring true. I can tell you that I came to Snow College and I had tears because I was anxious about being here and not knowing people. I want you to know 2 years later I walked away with tears in my eyes, but because I love this place like the rest of you do, and it made more impact than I think I even understand. It made more impact on me and changed my life for the better for being here. So if we're not reaching students, we need to do a little bit of a check and make sure that we reach every single student. Thank you, Rose.
I'm Carly Feld. I work in my controller's office. I know that the president has proposed a new social science building, and I hope with the president that's incoming still wants to do that. I just would hope that he wants to help us stay within budget and has kind of an understanding of state appropriation money, and I just think that's important, and I think that it's important that he's involved in that process.
Carly, thank you. This landscape has changed a lot over the years at Snow College. The Fine Arts Building sits where I used to play baseball. There is no baseball field anymore there, but I love the campus and the expansion and the great things that are going on. My apologies.
I'm David Allred. I'm the chair of the English and Philosophy Department. And I was late getting here, and I apologize if this has already been said, but one of the things I most appreciate about what President Carlson has done is that as he came in, we had a really robust strategic plan that had built from input on both campuses and all across both campuses, and that was a roadmap for a lot of his decisions. I think we're at the point where we need a new strategic plan, and I would hope that the input that goes into that process will be used by the new president. I think a lot of the good things that we've seen recently in the college can trace back to that: general education, compensation, degrees and certificates. I think it's a good product. It was a good project for us.
David, thank you. Thank you for the reminder of how important planning is. So, and the traditions that we've seen from him.
My name is Kason Eggers. I'm a student here at Snow College, and I'm also an ambassador. What I like like to hear is everyone's really excited about the future and that we're going to grow, which helps me out because as an ambassador, that's what we do. We've got for prospective students to come. But as and when we do grow, the main thing that I look forward to in the new president is that culture of everyone's important. It's all about you. The best part is when giving a tour to a new student. I have a new testimonial of what I've had experience of a professor that treated me well. Like this week, I had to leave for family issue. Two professors are actually in this room. We were able to send an email right away of what new assignment to give to me and just really take care of me. So that's the best part about Snow College is the opportunity to feel like you're going to succeed and that your professors have your back. I think that comes from the president to sustain that culture. And so make sure you don't lose that as we do grow because it could be easy to do.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you. And I love the personal touch here at Snow College. Thank you.
I'm Kate Perry. I teach English in the English and Philosophy department. And just listening to the discussion today on these themes of change and growth and innovation and diversity, I'm thinking about the importance of the different formats of courses that we teach. Jason mentioned online education, which I think is extremely important for all of those things, but it's also very challenging, and I think that it's something that we need to pay attention to. I teach a lot of online courses. I teach IBC courses, which are broadcast to our concurrent enrollment students, primarily in high schools around Utah. And all of these different formats of teaching are important to the college and what we stand for, but also bring a number of challenges that I think are very important to be discussed by the president as well. So thanks.
Kate, if I can just ask you a quick follow-up question. I apologize, I'm not super familiar with this. I'm very familiar with online courses, familiar with face-to-face courses. How much blended learning is going on at Snow College right now? How much do we have where we have them once or twice a term come to the campus, maybe do face-to-face and at the same time or spending time online or in virtual situations?
So there are a number of different courses, different formats for teaching. I'm referencing IVC courses, which is interactive video conferencing, which is we teach it live here from the college, and we are broadcast through the internet to interact with students live at the high school campuses. So it's a live course that takes place at a set time every day, and then they can communicate and discuss and engage not only with the teacher here in Ephraim, but usually there are students on Ephraim campus in the class as well. There are also hybrid courses that have a similar format, but it's recorded, and so there are a number of different formats for these. I don't know if I'm the best one to communicate all of the different formats, but just recognize the importance of all of these and the student populations that they serve. When we talk about growth and change and diversity, I think that these are important things to consider. And again, they can be very successful, but also bring a lot of challenges that are important to discuss.
Thank you for that clarification. I appreciate it.
I'm Brian Jones. I teach in the chemistry department. As Paul said, when he came here to Snow College, he fell in love with the campus and fell in love with the college. I've only been here about 5 years, and I experienced something along those lines as well. I was absolutely blown away by the quality of the staff and faculty here at the college, and how well I was welcomed as a new faculty. But something else I've noticed is that we have a real challenge retaining faculty. We have great faculty, but we have a really difficult time retaining them. I'm actually now tied as one of the most senior in the entire chemistry department. And we don't have any full tenured faculty in the chemistry department. And I love to see a president that can take that issue on and help us to be able to retain the good faculty that we get.
Brian, thank you very much. Good reminder. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Michelle Donovan, Director of Student Life and Leadership. As I'm sitting here this afternoon listening about all this incredible feedback, and we're looking for a president that's looking forward to growth, and change, and diversity, and Alex is for those students and that level of diversity and level of conversation that will need to happen. So part of our job in student life is we program for the campus. What I think you're going to see happens when we invite all these students here and have a little bit more diversity, they need a place to be. We don't really have a student union. So I saw in the job description, part of the president's job is fundraising, so I'm very selfishly going to plug for that. But I do believe it has value to give students safe places to be. It would be really great if we had an LGBTQ resource center. I would love to see a non-denominational chapel where inviting people from all over the world here that have many different religious views and backgrounds, and I love that, and I welcome that, and I support that, and I'll do all that I can for that. It would be great if we had some space. I know money's tight, I know it's hard to get building stuff off the ground, but if it could be part of your master plan or part of your thought process, if we're inviting more people here, having spaces for these students to have conversations, have coffee, interact, we can program, I think it would be really valuable for the college. Thank you.
Michelle, thank you. I think I want to watch some more movies at the Student Union building. And I'm not sure that was even what it was called, but it was where the science building is now, a small little building. They cooked a little food, and I ate more meals in there and watched more movies. They had free movies. I was pretty cheap and didn't spend a lot of money, so I watched a lot of free movies in the Student Union.
I'm Josh Hells, normally faculty member in the business department, but I've also had my eyes open to a whole new world last month as the interim HR director. So I've seen an entirely different side of this school that I've previously been sheltered from. But one of the things that keeps coming to mind as I've been thinking about this search is just the importance of having somebody who really understands the mission and what Snow College is really all about. And I know we keep hearing that a lot through all these comments, and hopefully I can add another one to that. But as I've been listening to everybody else, I just keep thinking if we have someone, even if they don't necessarily check off all of the mechanical stuff that you normally look for in a college president, we have someone who just really understands and has that passion for what we're all about at Snow College. We have really great people here that can fill in some of the technical gaps. We have a lot of really talented people on the faculty side and the staff side and administration. But I think for Snow to continue being the special place it is, we need kind of that leadership and that passion that's going to keep encouraging the stuff that we're already doing. And I think if we have that, a lot of the other stuff that's going to come up will happen. We talk about innovation. Someone who really understands the mission of the school will realize that we need to continue to innovate to serve the 6-county area. I think we do a pretty good job with Sandy and Sevier County, but Wayne County, Paiute County, Juab County, Miller County, I don't know how well we're really serving them. But I think, a president who has a mission and, really passionate about it, we'll look at those things. We'll realize we have to keep innovating to keep serving the way we want to serve and expand it. And maybe this is just projecting what I feel, but I kind of envision a president that looks at students who don't come to Snow College and just gets kind of frustrated with it because they know the experience that they're missing out on. And I think if we have that, all the other stuff we've been talking about, will probably get taken care of. Thanks.
Josh, thank you, and thank you for your willingness and passion to take on the new role at this point, so thank you.
But I've been here for 20 years, and most of the early part of those 20 years as an institution, we have felt
felt a little bit invisible at UC and at the legislature. The last few years, that has completely turned around. And we're facing some kind of interesting challenges in terms of maintaining our relevance within the system. We're feeling pressure from both sides. And so I really think it's important that we have a strong voice, somebody that is a very strong voice for Snow College at the CAO level, at the legislative level. But along with that, a charismatic personality, someone I think what we've learned is genuine and can carry our message in a manner that people will respect. So, strong voice.
Melanie, thank you very much. Appreciate that.
I'm Lauren Thompson. I'm one of the newest hires here, so bear with me on that. I'm going to speak mostly as maybe a new hire, but also as a father, has 2 sons here. As my new job here is I'm over some of the AV technology. And one of the things that's allowed me to do is be able to travel between both our Ephraim and Richfield campuses. And one of the things I think that is very important for our president is to understand there's still extremely important about a lot of the classes that are offered down there at Snow College. I look around and so many jobs are skilled labor jobs, and that they have those who built our buildings, that helps build all this up around us and makes things work. And I think it's important that we do not forget that serves a purpose. And as we are a 2-year college, and we are focusing on some 4-year degrees, which I think is awesome, because one of my boy is in the new software engineering class, and I'm excited for that. He's excited that he can get a 4-year degree here in Ephraim and not have to leave for that 4-year degree, and I think that is wonderful. But at the same token, I also, after going onto that campus and working with some of their AV stuff and seeing some of those challenges and seeing those kids in those classrooms, I think how important it is for those kids and to get that education, that they're learning some electrical, that they're learning diesel mechanics and all those kinds of things. And I think it's very valuable that we don't forget that portion of Snow College. Thanks.
Lauren, thank you, and a key reminder of how important we try to serve all students. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Cheryl Bedreau. I'm a faculty member here. Thank you for coming down and holding this meeting for us. I don't know that what I have to say is anything earth-shattering or anything anybody would disagree with, but just to make sure that the president is a person of integrity and is an example and also encourages integrity by holding people accountable to the standards of the college. Also, a person who is a leader and who encourages leadership and helping others who want to grow in their leadership capabilities on campus. We have a lot of opportunities on this campus for faculty to serve in leadership positions, and it's great that that now they're able to get more training in that area. That we would just like to see that continue as well, because that opens a lot of doors for opportunities for faculty who would like to continue on in those responsibilities.
Appreciate that. Thank you, Cheryl. That concept of building leadership capacity, I think, is very important. Thank you.
My name is Ivan Starr. I am in faculty here at Snow College. One of the things that I would like to just emphasize a little bit is a lot of times that regular academics, such as the 3 R's, are well taken care of. The STEM programs have also been well funded. But sometimes there's like the CTE type programs, and it was just mentioned here by this other gentleman, have been a little bit less attention paid to. And so I would like to encourage that if we could, to have a president who is mindful and maybe even has some connections to that area of education to help us to build that. Nationally, we've been struggling with proper employment levels in these fields, and I think that if we have somebody that helps us to emphasize that, we can get more students educated and fill those jobs. There's a number of jobs that are just going unfilled out there, and we need to have that kind of emphasis.
champion for Snow College and its efforts in the legislature. And we just want to thank you for that effort.
Jonathan Woodrow. I taught here, this is my 19th year in the math department. And I too, like Representative Owens, didn't believe in cloning. I'd love to clone President Carlson. What I really appreciated about him is his understanding of what Snow College really is, his experience as a Snow College student. He knows and gets Snow College. I'm a little biased. I'm old enough that I prefer the traditional face-to-face setting with the teaching. I think that's most impactful for the students to understand the importance for distance education. But I'd like to have a president who understands, you know, what Snow College is, what our bread and butter is, what our main mission is, has experience with that, and keeps that spirit strong.
Jonathan, thank you. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Kellyanne Muir, and I'm in the English and Philosophy department. And I'm still relatively new to SNO as well, but I wanted to comment a little bit on the change we've been hearing a lot about. We've been hearing a lot about change, innovation, diversity, inclusion, and all of these things are so important. And, you know, I know the world changes. I'm getting old, slowly getting old enough now that I know that. But kind of what Jonathan was saying, the core values of SNO, we do GE. And we educate the whole student. And I think that is so important to remember. And one edit I would suggest actually on the job description would maybe be to emphasize general education a little bit more. Because we do offer wonderful four-year programs, and I would like to see more. I think that's great. And our CTE programs, our programs down in Richfield, our nursing programs, we have a lot of direct-to-job type programs that are wonderful, and they're great for this area. But I think it's also important that we remember we're educating from all disciplines, and that all disciplines are important, and I would like to see a president who remembers that, and that general education is about educating the whole person, from literature and philosophy all the way to the sciences and business, and all of these disciplines are important in our culture, in our society, and in a productive community, and so that's just something I would like to mention.
Kelly, thank you. And I just want to emphasize that I think Snow College does a fabulous job of educating the whole student, the whole child. So thank you.
Hi, my name is Ryan Connor, and wasn't planning on speaking. Didn't even know if they were moving until my mom really told me a couple hours ago. But I recognized that I had maybe a unique perspective and something unique to add, so I decided to get up. So I'm a former student at Snow College, but my experience is pretty unique. Grew up in Los Angeles, actually got my bachelor's degree at California State University, Long Beach. Then moved to Ephraim and decided I needed something to do, so I came to Snow for a couple of years. And it was a very big difference from coming from school, about 40,000 students, to Snow College. The personal touch was amazing. All my professors knew my name, and that was something in 4 years that I never had at Long Beach. And having a president, I think, that could continue that personal touch would be crucial, because that was the best thing about Snow College. But there was a couple things about Snow that I wish were a little more like Long Beach. I wish I had more faculty and staff that looked like me and had the experiences that I had in my lifetime. I wish that there were more places that I could interact with other students and faculty and staff that weren't maybe so religious or so traditional, maybe just kind of a more free-range thing. I think one of the other speakers mentioned something about having a student union that was a little more inviting and open, where everybody could just come hang out. I live in the community now, just about a block away, and so sometimes I just walk around campus and talk to students, and I had conversations with some students, and I've asked them, and they told me that I'm the first black man that they've ever had a real conversation with. extended conversation with them their entire life. And if we can provide some more of those diverse experiences in their life, I think that would improve their education. And I think a president that could do that would be amazing. Another thing is that I now work at Norvest Turkey Plant. And I think I am one of 2 people in the entire plant, from upper management on down, that have a 4-year degree. And almost all of these people are from San Pete County. And a lot of them are living in pretty grinding poverty. And if there was a way that Snow College could help a lot of the people in this community that don't have a tie to the school, that don't have the experiences that a lot of us in this room have when it comes to education, build themselves up and improve their situation in life, I think that would be amazing. And so it would seem important to me that the president, future president of Snow, had some kind of connection and understanding to the community of San Pete County and the surrounding counties that wasn't just based in who they know at the school, who they know in college, and who they know at church, because there's a lot more people in this county than those people that have the ties to Snow. So, thank you.
Brian, thank you for listening to your mom this afternoon, because we had a great opportunity to listen to a unique perspective, so we thank you for that. I don't know if we officially advertised the time on this. I know the agenda said, I think, around an hour. We've spent, so we've spent about that amount of time, but I don't want to short anyone or feel like anyone that has come has not had the opportunity to share with us. We can go one of 2 ways. You can get up and share with us, or you can follow us to Richfield and you can share there if you'd like. It's really your call. But we'll probably wrap it up, Commissioner, in the next few minutes. So if anyone feels that they would like to share, we welcome that. We don't want to disclude anyone, but by the same token, we will be heading over to the Richfield campus here before too long. Alex just left. I was going to ask you, does disclude it? We're all I'm joking already.
I'm just really interested before we leave to hear from the students. I see it meant to leave and not hear the reception comments from students. I can just see we're getting you to share and be courageous to come to the mic and let us hear, listen for you to speak. That's why we're all here. What it's all about.
Thank you. Thank you.
My name is Everett Hatch. I'm just a student here at Snow College. And I think a lot of people are talking about innovating and making the college bigger. When I personally talk to other students and ask them why they came to Snow College, it's either because of just the tuition's pretty cheap or it's small student classes. I think one of the biggest reasons is having the small students, the small class size. So I think to think of growing the college, one of the biggest pluses is having the small classes for students. That's personally how I've been able to get a lot of knowledge here at Snow College. I think the new president can just keep that in mind, of having just the knowledge that Snow College is about the students having the small class sizes. I like to see that continue, just from the teachers in my classes there.
Everett, thank you very much.
My name is Jessie Erickson, and I'm a sophomore here at Snow College. I would just kind of like to add on to what Everett said. I love the personal touch that Snow College has. And I think that stems back to President Carlston. As I have gotten to know him better and worked with him, I realized how sincere and genuine he is and how we spread that spirit of snow, kindness, and as a student, my personal opinion as well as I think growth is important, but I was drawn to snow because of the small town feeling that it has, and you walk around on campus and people smile and people acknowledge, and I think that it's that small town feeling that Snow College has. I'm from up north, close to Utah State, and it's a great university, but at Snow College, it's so friendly and inviting, and at bigger universities where, you know, growth is evident, there isn't that personal feeling. So I think as we continue to grow and as we look for a president, as a student, I would really stress the importance of having a president that leads with that spirit of, you know, of kindness and sincerity.
Jesse, thank you. As you and Everett have spoken, all that comes to mind to me, and this is my simple mind, is story of the three bears, and we don't want to be too big and we don't want to be too small. We want to be just right at Snow College. And so thank you.
Okay, hi, my name is Sonali Ditley. I am currently the chair of the chemistry department, and like Brian, I'm a little overwhelmed that in my fifth year here at Snow, I'm now one of the senior members of my department. And so to piggyback off of these two students and their comments on the importance of small class sizes, if we want to grow and continue to have small class sizes, we need to have a president who's going to get us more faculty positions so that we can have more students but continue to have small class sizes. We can't continue to be small class sizes and have more students without also having support for more faculty.
Thank you. Could you restate your name? I apologize. I missed that. Could you restate it?
Probably Ditley.
Can you spell that? I am sorry.
That's okay. No one has ever been able to spell my name my whole life. It's Sannaliditli. The first name is Finnish, the last name is Swiss.
Thank you so very much. Appreciate that. Getting a look here, Mark next door, so can I just thank you on behalf of the committee, and I apologize, I probably should have allowed the committee to interact more, and that's probably a mistake on my part. Hopefully we were able to get the questions and the clarifications, but can I just thank you in every capacity that you are in today with the college, and we had some that wear multiple hats, including parent and employee and student, and everyone comes with a very unique perspective, and what really has shown today is the love that everyone has for Snow College and how passionate you are about Snow College and making sure that this college is the most successful college it can be. And we want to continue with that. You know, like you, I've seen several presidents. I haven't worked directly. I wish I could work directly with you. I want to apply for the president. I know I have no qualification for that, but I just want to work with you because you're just an amazing group of people. I've seen several presidents. I told the committee when we first met, President Benyon was the president when I was here my sophomore year. I was walking across campus, had no idea who he was at the time. Saw a gentleman in a suit and a tie, and I was headed over to the activities center. We were going to play a baseball game that afternoon. And he walked up and he walked alongside me, and he called me by name, and he said, "Scott, are we going to win the ball game today?" And I'll never forget that. That's what personal was to me at that time. When he knew me and he was willing to have that conversation, I can remember I probably would have gotten lost at Snow College had I not had the personal touch, the small class size. It just felt right here. And like I said, I was anxious about coming, and I had to be torn out of here when I left. So thank you all. Thank you for you for sharing. Please visit us online and include any comments or anything that you'd like to share. It's our commitment and our dedication to this university, to this institution, and to Snow College, and to you, that we will do our very best in this search process to find the best person for this institution. So thank you. Anything else from the group? So Leslie's asking, once again, if you do want to solicit input for the draft, for the announcement, please do that through the snow.edu presidential search site and include that for us. Anything else, Commissioner? Is that the best way to go about that? Okay. So please do that. Okay. Again, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. And if you have any quick questions or anything before we head to the next one, or like I said, you're welcome to come to Richfield and we'll go around too. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.